Hey guys, how's everyone doing this afternoon? Give me just a couple minutes. I need to add. Didn't first time, so give me just a couple minutes if you don't mind. We've got some things to talk about and hopefully get a situation stopped that needs to be stopped and stopped immediately. I think some of you are going to agree this is just absolutely crazy. But there's enough of us that if we try and try hard enough, we can get this stopped. Okay. I'm actually going to start back to a live stream that Truth and Transparency, as she likes to be called, did on 8/5. It's episode 2 live stream talking about that we should respect beings. Does that not include respecting Shanann Watts, her children, and Shanann's family? Does that we're just going to totally ignore that? Personally, I'm going to respect Shanann Watts and her children. About the fact that respect can be, well, truth and transparency. You lost all respect of others when you started the Shazam business and were brutally murdered. You said that human decency is a big thing. Where where is your human decency toward the murder victims? Did you think it was decent to go into a strip club live streaming? If so, I think you need to reevaluate your moral compass. I've decided something about you, truth and transparency. Are flapping, you're most likely lying. Professional people don't go around dropping the F bomb every other sentence, nor do they have to constantly remind people that they are a professional. People can just tell by their actions, the way that they dress, the way that they present themselves, the way that they care for themselves, the way that they take care of their hair, things like that. But I don't think you know too much about that. Do not do that. What do you character called Shazam and mocking a dead, murdered victim and her sweet, innocent children? Does it make sense? Does it make sense to a lot of people? And at the same time that you're mocking these sweet, innocent people, you are turning up a beer, chasing it with wine. You, my dear, might want to evaluate that as you say that your group does not bully people. That is all that your group does is bully. The time you hit the end button, you are bullying someone. Everything that you do is for attention. Everything. Even right down to the fake foundation that you created, that you were going to help the innocent people that didn't have anyone in their corner. Well, you're batting 0 for 2. And I would say that that's probably losing, but you do you, boo. But anyone that gives to your foundation, they have serious. Evidently, you were not taught the right way to be a grown woman, a productive member of society. Otherwise, you might have something that some of us call a real job. You are correct. A bully doesn't describe anyone but themselves. How does it feel to totally describe yourself? Everything that you say about someone else, yourself, you just don't even have the common sense to realize it. You seek attention by being. You saw the Watts case as your cash flow until the Watts family finally wised up. If I could say one thing for Jamie Watts, is thank God that she got her parents, which I, in my opinion, feel like she did, got her parents to listen before you bankrupted them both financially and morally. Did you are. You're the light too. Everyone laughs at you. Every single person laughs at you. Unless they've got a sick sense of humor like you do and think the Shazam and laughing at her kids are funny. I don't think it's funny at all. We control ourselves. We control our actions. We control how we react to other people. We control what we do on a daily basis. We judge people by how they react to things in life. This is the reason you will never be able to escape videos. They will follow you your life. And can I ask you something? Is it possible for you and if it's not, then you have an issue. You talk about how people sleep at night with some of the things that they say and do. Well, my dear, I have to ask you, how do you sleep of a murdered mother, innocent children? Well, actually, 3 innocent children, counting Nico, which I do count Nico because he was a baby, just wasn't born. A mother who was murdered by her husband and her sweet innocent children who were murdered by their father, the man who was supposed to love and protect them regardless. He took their life. You purposely continue to bring up the Shazam stuff while claiming that you just want it to go away. If you just wanted it to go away, you would stop signing off your at night as love Shazam. Love Shazam. Do you know how disgusting you are to do that? And if I would not have my head down at night ever until I shut you down. You would be my number one goal. You would stop making fun of my dead daughter and my innocent grandchildren who are also deceased. You purposely, excuse me, you are exactly right. Happy people don't try to hurt others. So why do you continue with the Shazam things? If you're so happy, not happy. Happy people don't make fun of others like that. And one of the saddest parts to me is you don't even realize you're a bully. But look it up in the dictionary, and I'm sure you'll find your picture right beside of it, the word bully. You developed to collect money, and that failed. And then people's personal information was shown, let's call it, and when they asked for a refund, you have ignored them. Do you know that is, you know, makes you look bad? And there are ways for people to get their money back. So I wouldn't go spending their money if I were you, because they'll get it back eventually. I also wonder how your teammates lie down at night knowing that they have just supported you making fun of Shazam and her sweet innocent children. I wonder how your teammates can go to bed at night knowing that they're supporting you doing that. They need to evaluate their moral compass as well. At the time, at 28 minutes in to this episode, in chat listening to your lies. Tasha Cooper could have 900 people at midnight listening to the truth. You need to think about that one. You say that you're not going to be, I'm going to use an alternate word, crappy, but you continue to make fun of murdered victims. Why? What are you getting out of that? What good is it doing you? You say that you only hit above the belt. No, you don't. You hit below the belt as often as you can and as hard as you can. There is nothing about you that is respectful. Nothing. Your teammate, your team members lash out and cuss people on a daily basis. You and your team attack people exactly like what you did. Disgusting. You re-victimized her. You are the largest cancer growing on YouTube right now. You should really be ashamed. No one should have something that they divulge to someone to help others in true crime. Sexual assault on a minor is a terrible thing to go through, and you had no right to re-air that podcast. But again, you lost your office, so I guess you think you're okay there too. Change. They really can. Anyone can change. You have to want to. You don't want to change. By the way, no one's scared of you. No one at all is scared of you. Let me take that back. Maybe they're scared of you when you're live driving down the interstate and reading your chat. Maybe they're scared then. I know if I lived in your state and was passing you doing that, I would be scared. So maybe they're scared. That's the only time. By the way, that's illegal. And if you have a wreck, guess whose fault it's going to be? And if you kill some innocent person, you're going to be going to prison just like Chris Watts. And I want to know something. Have you apologized to the Ruzick family? That would make this a lot better. But you won't do it. Never apologize to the Ruzick family. I and everyone else knows it. You think it's funny, but at the same time, you're scared your channel is going to be taken. And with a lot of prayer and a lot of hard work, just now we'll go to episode, which is what this title is about for my video. I didn't think you could get much worse than you already were until you created a sister for Shazam named Scazam. That's sick. Very, very sick. And made fun of a domestic violence victim who was smart enough to go live as she that she was about to be assaulted. Her friends on YouTube would know to call the police to come to her home. You keep saying it didn't happen. You have no proof that it didn't happen. So you really need to stop saying that it didn't happen. Okay, and that's it out. Making fun. I think you've got a couple of issues that you could take care of before you go talking about someone else's potential mental state. You've got bigger fish to fry than to worry about what's going on in someone else's life. Did you know that it's against terms of service on YouTube for you to suggest mass reporting of videos as you did on episode 3? It is. Look it up. It can get your channel taken down. Why does everything that you have to be of a sexual nature? You can't go 5 minutes without talking about something about sex. Wants to hear that. Hear about who you think wants you, who is sliding into your DMs, who you think wants you to take them out on a Friday night, who you think wants you to do what with them. Personally, it's gross, especially since you look like you rarely take a shower. Okay, now you had complete meltdown in laughter talking about essentially having a sexual encounter with cartoon characters. And I'm pretty sure I heard a child in the background. I have it screen recorded and I'm going to go back and listen to it again. But truth and transparency, grown adults don't do things like that. Maybe you weren't hugged enough as a child. Maybe you weren't taught that as a child. But that's not normal behavior. You were even dumb enough to discuss a man. Can't believe I'm even going to have to say this on YouTube, but I'm going to. Her hard from behind while a child can be heard in the room. Repeat everything that they hear at school. Again, your moral compass, it must have gotten broken. It just doesn't register anymore. You had a laughing fit making fun of children, making fun, putting them up and getting them back to gain the state benefits. First of all, that's impossible. Second of all, you're not adoption qualities there. There's not anyone that's going to look at you and your back. There's someone I'm going to let adopt a child. Not the way you're acting right now. At all. But we're going to move on. That's all I'm going to say about the children. Oh, no, one more thing I am going to say about the children. Why do you feel the need to post innocent children's pictures? Some of them that you probably don't even know who they belong to. They look like they probably or the internet somewhere. The need to post those children and name one of them Tit Blue. Why? Why would you do that to a child? Do you know that picture is going to follow that child for the rest of their life? You're a disgusting, vile human being. You keep talking about fostering kids for the money. Well, let me let you in a little secret, sweetheart. The money that people get when they foster a child is barely enough for clothing. People don't for the money. They do it for the love in their heart that they have for a child. Again, no one's going to look at you and think that you're fostering material. Okay. Now to the new sister that you created for Shazam. And you had the nerve to say that Scazam would basically do anything for money, including having sex with people. And then in the very next words, you proceeded to pray and then cuss some more and made fun of the kids. While your own name, anal. Yeah, you might want to think it through before you decide to make fun of someone else's name again. You laughed and said that Shazam's sister Shazam was so large that she would take up a half a booth by herself. What is it with you? Do you know that not all that defines a person? It doesn't define a person at all. Inner beauty, friendship, some things that I don't think you have, others don't think you have, and you desperately need. You and your subs continue to laugh about getting children removed from homes. Why would you want to get why would you want to get a child removed from a loving home? Why? Why would you want to have a child removed from a home that they are loved in foster care? Why? Were you not hugged enough as a child? That's what it seems to me like. Again, you're disgusting. Very, very disgusting. You laughed at domestic violence victims. I'd like to know what you find funny about domestic violence victims. Come on, share it with me. What do you find funny about domestic violence victims? How many cases of domestic violence there are a year? How many are reported versus the man or woman just staying at home? Because men and women both are victims of domestic violence. But have you ever thought about how many just stay at home and decide not to report it because they're embarrassed, they're ashamed, they're afraid no one will believe them? That because you're continuously laughing. You need a reality check, and I hope it's coming soon. Do you have any idea how many domestic violence cases end in murder every year? Maybe you should look that up. Maybe that will do something to reset your moral compass. If you had ever taken care of a domestic violence victim, I know that they go through emotion. Understand, but you don't care as long as you can have a little fun at their expense. And again, you claim Mandy was never a victim of domestic violence because you can't get your hands on the 911 call. Maybe there's a reason for that. Did you ever think of that? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe the person's about to be prosecuted and the call is prosecution. But no, you automatically assume Mandy's a liar. I think you're a liar. No, I know you're a liar. Like I said earlier, if your lips are flapping, you're lying. That Mandy, Natasha, we're all in this big cahoots together to make up this big thing that Mandy was being assaulted. Come on now. Kick in the other brain cell and try to realize how stupid that sounds. I know it's down in there deep somewhere. You brag that you come with CVS receipts. No, Truth and Transparency. You do not come with CVS receipts. You come with yard sale receipts. Natasha Cooper, comes with CVS receipts. You basically referred to Mandy as a dead fish. One woman referred to another woman as a dead fish during a live stream on YouTube. Just don't get that. You admitted DoorDash to send Mandy a fillet of fish and a Coke to quench her thirst. Who does that? What kind of person does that? Were you not hugged as a child? Do you need a hug now? I'm sure you do. My thumbnail, the thumbnail for this live that this information was taken from, my thumbnail has the picture that you said is that you created, the Shazam, disgusting human being you are. You laughed about, sorry. You made a big joke about kids wanting a sex change. First of all, I have my own opinion on the sex change thing, but that's nothing for you to get on a live stream. You seriously need to see a counselor. And I'll just ask earlier through sex. I know you haven't, but I just want to know, how do you think that your family would feel if you were married and your husband murdered your child into an oil tank, buried you with another child, field at the oil site, and when the bodies were finally recovered, someone started making fun of and dressing up as the corpse of you? How do you think your family would feel? Would they appreciate it? I don't think so. So if you want to get your moral compass working again, start by apologizing to the Ruzek family. And I know someone's going to say something about my voice. I'm going to tell you now, I don't care. I have as much right to make a video and express myself as anyone else does. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope everyone has a great day. Watch this and you found some good, give it a thumbs up. I realize I'm new to making videos. I'm learning as I go. I will get better. Of help, you can probably get better too. Bye.